Hey, welcome to my channel. That's so cringe, you guys. But this is what it is. We have to do it. And it's just this video today, it's about something that I'm finally ready to talk about. It's about my weight gain, and especially for those that know me from before, you know, how I used to look and how I look now. And a lot of people I know wonder, like, how did I get this big? What happened and everything? I mean, I know that a lot of people do, because a lot of people ask me, like, they say indirect things like, oh, have you had a baby? Or like, are you pregnant? Like, it's just things like that. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So, around 2018, I was in a, no, 2017, I was in a 6-year relationship with my former person, the person I thought I was gonna be with forever, blah, 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 you know, we've all been there. And I was like 115 to 20 pounds. I've been an athlete most of my life, I've been a dancer most of my life, and I've always had an active lifestyle. Maybe until that time. So I never had to do anything to stay thin or fit. Like, I never kept a diet. I always just ate whatever I wanted. And yeah, and like, I thought it was that caught up to me, but no. So basically, the way that it started, I started to notice that I had a problem was because I stopped getting my period. I stopped getting my period and I thought I was pregnant. Like, I took so many pregnancy tests. Like, I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm pregnant, I'm not getting my period, and I'm gaining weight. And then I went to the doctor. They're like, you're not pregnant. And I'm like, so what's the issue? I haven't had my period in 3 or 4 months. Like, what's going on? They did some tests, and it came out in my blood that I had high prolactin levels. So prolactin is a hormone that your pituitary gland releases, and it has a lot to do with like regulating your sugar and moods, and it has to do a lot with everything. And a normal person is supposed to have like a 70 prolactin. I had 200. Yeah, it was like that. And it was definitely, I was finally happy that I discovered what it was. But the thing is that it was deeper than that. It's not just, oh, your hormones. The cause of this high prolactin level, which was making me gain weight and a whole bunch of other things, is a tumor in your pituitary gland, which is in your brain. So virtually, I have a brain tumor. And let me rewind just a little bit, because I want to share this part that's very, very important to me. The person I was with was an overweight person, right? Like, the guy I was with at the time, he was overweight, and I met him like that, and he had always been overweight. And at the time, when I didn't understand anything, I was like blaming him for my weight gain. Like, I thought it was because I was with him, because I was eating whatever he ate, because I was like, maybe like whatever you have that's made you overweight passed on to me. And I also want to highlight something that I learned the hard way. Like, this is something that happened to me. So I used to be like those people that would see fat people and be like, why can't you just exercise? Like, just go work out. Like, why are you? And it's like, people aren't fat just because they eat a lot. Like, that's not the only thing that makes people overweight. And I didn't know this until it happened to me, and it's sad, and this is just how it is. It's just the truth. Like, I used to look at people and be like, wow, they're eating this, and then they wonder why they're so fat. I used to be that person. In my head, obviously, I never made fun of anyone, and like, you know, but in my head, I used to say like, why can't they just work out? Like, I don't understand, like, you know, whatever. So I guess I'm making this video so that you guys, obviously for the people that know me, could understand why the weight gain, and also so that you can get like a grip on the things that affect people and how they look, and that not everything is their own fault. It's not something that you can control. It's not something that you can stop or prevent. Things just happen to you, we don't know. And the thing is that it doesn't just affect your weight gain. Hormones control everything in your body. So like, I had very low sex drive, I had vaginal dryness, there's so many things that prolactin, having this issue, took away from me at the time when I didn't know what was going on, before I can get treatment, before I got a diagnosis, and I was just going crazy. I was also going through that social part of gaining weight, when everybody's used to seeing me as 112, 115, 120 pounds. And I remember I went to a barbecue. Oh no, I went to Augustin's baby shower. If you know Augustin, shout out to him and to you. And there, this guy comes up to me and he's like, "Are you expecting?" I'm like, "No." Let's normalize not asking women, no matter how fat they are, if they're expecting. If nobody tells you that somebody is pregnant, shut the fuck up. Just stay quiet. On top of that, I was like, it was everybody on top. I had my own mother, like my grandma would like offer me food, or like be like, "Oh, here's a brownie," or "Here's this," or "Here's that," and my mom would be like, "Why are you giving her food? You don't see how it is." I have an uncle that was eating something and his wife was like, "Why don't you offer her from that?" He's like, "I'm not contributing to her weight gain, blah blah blah." Like, and I'm here internalizing all of this, like living in my own world. Like, you don't even know I have a brain tumor. Like, this isn't something like I created. This isn't something because I'm eating. This isn't something because I'm like some gluttonous person that's just downing pints of ice cream every day. Like, that's not me, you know? And well, what I'm gonna explain to every single person, like that's not what happened. So I went through this big process of like everyone just messing up my entire self-esteem. Somebody that, like, I used to go to the salon and they used to call me Miss Universo, Miss Universe. That's what they used to call me. And it all went downhill from there. I lost my entire pretty privilege. Pretty privilege is real, you guys. Like, it's really real. Like, and then once I gained the weight, it's like I had no pretty privilege whatsoever. I'm not even gonna get into that, all the things I went through. And yeah, so it took a lot. It took a lot for me. On top of that, the treatment was very expensive. Like, it's like $100 a pill. Yeah, and until I went to California, I wasn't really even able to afford it, because in New Jersey, which is where they diagnosed me, it's really, really hard to get any like help from the government or in any way. And in California, I was able to get help, and I went to the Harbor Medical Center. I guess that's like where they teach people how to be doctors, and they teach medicine there, and they're able to give you like treatment and everything for very, very low. So I was getting my medicine for free there. I take a medicine called gabergaline or cabergoline, and I take half a pill on a Monday and half a pill on Friday. And this is basically, it shrinks the tumor without surgery so that you're able to balance out your prolactin levels. Once I got on that, I lost 17 pounds, but I had gained 60. So the other 43 pounds are still here. Still here. They're still here. And now it really is up to me to do what I have to do to lose it, since I am on treatment, and that only took me so long to lose it. So yeah. And yeah, so that's kind of like how all of that happened. It's called a prolactinoma, what I have. It's a tumor, just to give you a summary, it's a tumor in your pituitary gland, which controls so much. Somebody asked me if I was gonna get surgery, and honestly, like, I have two doctors. One is like a student doctor, and the other one is his supervisor. And the supervisor doctor is saying that I don't need to get surgery, and the student doctor is saying that I should and that I do need to get surgery. And it's something that is up in the air. It's a very, very, very complicated surgery. It's brain surgery, essentially. And I'm not considering it anytime soon. And it's also something that I have to really think about, because eventually I am in my 30s and I'm hoping to have a family soon, you know, have babies or whatever. And by soon, I mean within like the next 3 years or something. Who knows? But in order for me to even consider getting pregnant, like, I would have to consult my doctor, because I would have to get off the treatment. And pregnancy hormones make the tumor grow. So this is a very delicate situation, and something I have to tread lightly. I can do it. I am in chats and like community groups of women that have families that have prolactinomas, and they're happily and they just get off of it for pregnancy and get back on it after pregnancy. So it's something that's doable. I just don't know yet like what I would do, because surgery is something that like I just don't want to. I'm really scared of things. Like, I'm really scared of anesthesia. I'm really scared of surgery and all of that. Like, trust me. If it wasn't because of that, I already would have gotten a BBL and I would have been chapeando or something. But I'm too scared. So, I don't know. I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. So yeah, that's basically it. That's the truth about my weight gain. If you see somebody that's overweight or somebody that just changed weights, like, be compassionate, mind your business. Don't assume that they're pregnant. Don't assume that they're just some gluttonous, disgusting person that is just out here eating the world and that's why they're overweight. Things happen that are beyond our control. And yeah, that is basically it. So what's next for me is just, I don't know, I guess when I feel like, okay, now I'm gonna have a baby, I'm gonna let the doctors know and we'll figure out a plan from there on what to do. And I hope that you guys check on yourselves, check your health, because this went undetected for a very long time, because I just kept taking pregnancy tests thinking like I'm pregnant because I'm not getting my period. And it's like, not getting your period is just, being pregnant is just one of the things that could be that you don't have your period. Like, it's just one of the things. There's so many other things attached to your menstrual flow and like your hormones in general. So if you're in your 20s, like, I think it'd be good if you just ask your doctor for hormone levels check, and that way you can detect it early. And just like I said before, just be mindful of everyone, be mindful of people's bodies, and don't comment on them. You know, it's really hard. Like, I haven't been able to talk about this for a long time, because a lot of my personality traits, like, it was so attached to being pretty and like having the perfect body. Like, that is what, like, my parents be like, oh, que cuerpazo, oh, this, that. Like, my mom brought me up to like care a lot about outfits and hair and like makeup. Like, she's really, really girly, and I'm Dominican, you know, like, it's like bodies are a thing. And I don't know, I guess like for a lot of people it's probably like, ha, look at her, like, she used to be so hot, she peaked in high school or something. And it's like, maybe I don't know, I just saying, like, just be mindful of people, be aware of what comes out of your mouth. Like, people are very, very, very tough, and it really fucked me up for a minute. Like, it was really hard. Like, I didn't even want to see people. Now when I go back home, there's some people that, yeah, but like, I don't even want to bump into some people still, because they know me from before I was fat. And it's like, they're just gonna be like, oh, I bumped into like one of my teachers, and they were like, oh, so you had babies, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, no, I didn't. I didn't, and shame on you for just assuming that. I know it's hard for people, and I know because so I'm on this side, I'm being compassionate too, because I used to be that person that used to think that like weight was controlled by what you ate solely, and that nothing else mattered, and that's it. But it's not true. There are people that have so many health issues, and it's really not your business. So keep your mouth shut, keep it cute, keep it going, and come back here, subscribe.